Good evening, everyone, and welcome to night one of our Battle of Los Angeles 5-day pay-per-view here, where we'll be crowning our first SWE champion amongst some of the best wrestlers in the world and in history. Should be a pretty fun one. We've got 4 fatal 4-way elimination matches for you here this evening, starting off with the Lord, the Savior, the big man himself, Mr. Jeff Cobb, Bryan, the Machine Cage. We have got Keith Lee. And finally, make up the numbers for this match, we have got Samoa Joe. Now, this match is all about the big men who are agile, shall we say. Now, this is Fatal 4-Way Elimination, so 1 point for each elimination is up for grabs, plus a single point for the win as well. So lots of points up for grab here for the winner. I mean, in theory, whoever wins the championship by the end of this 5-day pay-per-view should be at the top of the rankings with the amount of points they will gain. So we've got 4 Fatal 4-Way Eliminations tonight. We've got 4 Fatal 4-Way Eliminations tomorrow. And then we will have 4 singles matches as the quarterfinals, 2 singles matches as the semis, and then we'll finish things off with a 15-minute Iron Man match to crown our first SWE champion between the final 2. So 32 will go down to the final 2 for that Iron Man match. Should be pretty fun. Of course, there will be some favourites in a lot of these matches, and I'm sure people that have been around the channel for a while, everyone loves a bit of Jeff Cobb, don't they? You've got to, haven't you, really? Jeff Cobb is a channel legend ever since the amazing Royal Rumble. If you've not heard of the amazing Royal Rumble, then you're really missing out. If you're interested, then I'm sure somebody will let you know exactly where to go to see the best thing that's ever happened in the world of wrestling ever in one of our Royal Rumbles. I think it was MLW, I believe? MLW Battle Wyatt. That was a fun little thing we did. It's a live stream as well, I think. Give me a second, I think the cat's stuck. What are you up to? Are you down there? Honey? Hey, Dad. I've lost the cat. She's fine, she's not making any noise, so she might be alright. I thought she'd fallen behind my desk, but I can't see her. We're all good, we're all good. Let's continue on. Bloody cats, eh? Right, Brian Cage going for the first pin of the match against Samoa Joe, only for a 1 count, and barely that, really. Keith Lee and Jeff Cobb on the outside. So all the matches are going to have some sort of theme, I would say, to them. So like I said, this one is all about the big men who can move. We've got a sort of Ring of Honor-y sort of one coming up next for you. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, and AJ Styles. Then we've got like a... I can't hear it down there, actually, yeah. Then we've got like an Attitude Era / Ruthless Aggression Era 1. Where we will have Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, and Eddie Guerrero. And then finishing things off with the cult leaders, Mr. Brodie Lee, Bray Wyatt, The Undertaker, and Raven. Not quite sure how Raven ended up in this Battle of Los Angeles to crown the first first world champion, but he's here. Jeff Cobb, nice Russian leg sweep, taking down Samoa Joe. And Joe smartly rolls to the outside. This match is not about winning in the first few minutes, is it really? It's just about surviving. You can't win the matches at the first few minutes, but you can lose it. As Cobb now sending Lee into the corner, a nice running elbow, and follows it up in the far corner as well. And Jeff Cobb springs off the ropes, nice drop kick. And then catches Brian Cage, who was waiting for him, and Cobb now catches him into that German suplex. But Joe's there now to catch Jeff Cobb, now with the Uranagi style slam. Samoa now with Jeff Cobb up on the shoulders into the Samoa Joe and drop. I tried to do something funny there and it didn't work, did it really? Brian Cage, nice. There's like an inverted angle slam on Samoa Joe. Keith Lee's back in the ring now. Nice punch right in the gut of Brian Cage, who then dumps Keith Lee right over the top. And Keith Lee tried to catch Brian Cage from behind there, but Cage just able to avoid him and continue going after Samoa Joe. Nice elbow. Nice drop kick there by Brian Cage. Like I said, incredibly agile. I mean, I don't think he's as agile as he was when I first saw him. I first saw him in PWG when he was a bit younger, when he was actually teaming with Chuck Taylor, and he was known as Brian Cage Taylor, and he was part of the Taylor brothers, or Taylor half brothers. It was an interesting sort of thing. But I mean, the first time I saw him, it's a massive muscular guy walked out, and then he just hit a lion salt off the top rope, literally ran, jumped, sprung off the top rope into the lion salt. It was incredible. Then he did a springboard as well. It was just, it amazed me, it really did. And ever since then, I've been a big Brian Cage fan. So still no eliminations yet in this one, as Jeff Cobb looking to demolish Samoa Joe here by the looks of it. With a super duper plex right to the outside. Of course, as you can see, no matting there tonight. It is all wooden floor. Jeff Cobb now dumping Samoa Joe back into the ring. I mean, the people that get eliminated from this in the first round are going to be in trouble because they're going to lose ranking points here, and it might be a long time before they get another opportunity. Keith Lee, I think, saving Jeff Cobb there, to be honest. It looked like Brian Cage was going to try and powerbomb him. Oh, there you are. I told you, she's an imbecile. Did you hear that? That was the cat falling off my desk. Are you okay, darling? Yeah, you okay? Yeah, she's fine. Her pride's hurt more than anything else, to be honest. Keith Lee now taking Brian Cage up, and where's Samoa? There's Samoa Joe. He was hiding. Still at a full complement of 4 people, and no eliminations as of yet, as Keith Lee, what a German suplex, and Cage hits the barricade. The barricade, if you will. Now Keith Lee being taken down by Samoa Joe back into the ring, as Jeff Cobb and Brian Cage are still in the ring. Jeff Cobb now with Brian Cage into the gut wrench suplex. Joe now catching Brian Cage into that Uranagi. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Is that going to be enough for the elimination? Got Cobb dropping straight into Cage, but Samoa Joe broke it up for some reason. Not quite sure why. It is elimination. As Joe now locks in the Coquina clutch on Jeff Cobb. This could be the first elimination. Cobb tapped. Jeff Cobb taps. So we're down to 3 in this match now, and Jeff Cobb is the first man eliminated. God, people are not going to be happy about that. Jeff Cobb, the first man eliminated from this Battle of Los Angeles tournament. Samoa Joe now bringing Brian Cage back up to his feet, and Joe not happy with Keith Lee though, just struck Brian Cage from behind. Joe now just headbutts Keith Lee. Wow, what a headbutt that was, bro. Keith Lee's busted open as well. Keith Lee busted open by the headbutt. That's massive. And now Keith Lee, though, return the favour. Big German suplex, not German, belly-to-belly suplex this time. Now going for the German Brian Cage, who fights back, and Keith Lee busted open could be a problem for him. The cat's back on the desk. You want to stay on it this time? You're going to fall off again. Yeah? Okay, just fine. Keith Lee sending Samoa Joe back into the ring. Keith Lee now bringing Joe back up. And Joe now with the arm locked. Brian Cage just striking the back of Keith Lee. Lee's on a ticker here now. Because he's busted open, he's going to be losing energy throughout this match. It's going to get harder and harder for him. And eventually there's the big F5 by Brian Cage. That could actually be enough to eliminate Keith Lee, who was already struggling. And it is Brian Cage gets the point for the elimination here. And we're down to the final 2 in this match now. Brian Cage catches Keith Lee up. Brian Cage taking Samoa Joe up. And over the top. Wow, what a fall-away slam. Just dumps him over the top of his head. Brian Cage now just staring down at the grounded Samoa Joe. And Joe is bringing himself back up, but Cage catches him. Joe fighting back with the big elbows in the gut of Brian Cage. Of course, the win here not only takes somebody through to the next round, but it'll also give you 2 points. 1 more point for the elimination and 1 point for the overall win. So both these guys 1 elimination each. Means the winner will go on to +3 from this match. As Brian Cage now taking Joe up. Oh, Steiner screwdriver. That's got to be it. What? Samoa Joe just no-sold the Steiner screwdriver. He didn't even stay down for a 1. He no-sold the Steiner screwdriver. Jim Cornette is absolutely screwing at the moment. He is not a happy man. Brian Cage now bringing Samoa Joe back up. Joe with the boot in the gut of Brian Cage. Big, strong right hand now into the German suplex. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Turns it into a dragon suplex. Keeps the grip, rolls through once again. Locks the arms for the straightjacket German on Brian Cage. And Samoa Joe is looking like an absolute monster here. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Samoa Joe looking for the strong right hand. And Steiner screwdriver for the 2nd time in the match by Brian Cage on Samoa Joe. 1, 2. What? Freaking hell, Joe. Joe, how are you doing this? I can't believe that Joe has survived 2 Steiner screwdrivers. And Joe now, dropping Brian Cage knees first into the mat. Big knee in the face as well. Samoa Joe in control here. Samoa Joe now rolling Brian Cage through and just, the deadlift strength to just lift Brian Cage up into that powerbomb is incredible. Joe now with a pin. Still not enough though. Joe now Brian Cage. Spins him round, just boots him in the face over and over again. Nice snap suplex. And now Brian Cage is mounting Joe and dropping strike after strike after strike. This really could go either way at the moment, but I'm leaning more towards Cage because he has hit the 2 Steiner screwdrivers. And now the big powerbomb as well. Then into the cloverleaf here by Brian Cage. Is Joe going to tap? No. Joe used his leg strength to roll him through. Nice big right hand round. Now the German is going to go for the trio again by the looks of it into the dragon. and rolled through once again. Straight jacket German. Brian Cage busted open, and Brian Cage stays down. Samoa Joe with the win and 3 ranking points. That's a big win. Massive, massive win there for Samoa Joe. 3 eliminations. Well, eliminated, of course, no, not 3 eliminations, 2 eliminations. Eliminated Jeff Cobb and Brian Cage after Brian Cage had eliminated Keith Lee as well. There we go. Great win there for Samoa Joe. He is moving through to the next round of the Battle of Los Angeles to become the first SWE champion. Right then, let's move our way into match number 2 of the evening, which is going to be another fatal 4-way elimination. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, and of course the phenomenal one himself, Mr. AJ Styles. It should be good. We're underway. Just write these down so I've got it all written down. Rollins and Styles. Yeah, just write them down so I can keep track of the ranking points as we go along. Should be pretty cool. Of course, same as the last match, a point for each elimination and 2 points for... 2 points. A point for each elimination and 1 point, of course, for the victor. AJ drops Daniel Bryan neck first across the top. Daniel Bryan launching AJ Styles via his head across the ring as well. AJ Styles now gets a face full of the turnbuckle. Daniel Bryan flattens AJ Styles. Of course, CM Punk and Seth Rollins on the outside as well. AJ now flattens Daniel Bryan. AJ now big elbow on the inside the knee of Daniel Bryan. Nice roll through there now. AJ Styles locking in the calf crusher on Daniel Bryan. Will this be an elimination by the submission? Of course, back in the old Ring of Honor days, Daniel Bryan was known as the man that knew 1,000 submissions and the reverse for them all as well. That's how he was known. Still CM Punk and Seth Rollins battle on the outside. Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles inside the ring. CM Punk dropping Seth Rollins' face first. Daniel Bryan dumping AJ to the outside. Now D-Bry with a run and the drop kick through, taking down AJ Styles. Punk now big elbow in the gut of Seth Rollins and nice big boot right in the head as well. CM Punk slamming Seth Rollins' face into the mat, or the apron if you will. CM Punk now dropping Seth face first across the steel steps. And we have a little bit of a swap over now. All 4 guys on the outside, and finally CM Punk and AJ Styles going after each other. AJ now nice shoulder block taking down CM Punk. Daniel Bryan dumping CM Punk to the outside. Seth Rollins up on the top. Not quite sure what he's up to here, but seems like a mad one. He does manage just about to land and take down AJ Styles. It was a risky one, wasn't it? But the battle's still on the outside here. Daniel Bryan sending CM Punk back into the ring. Who's going to get the first elimination here? Who's going to get the all-important ranking points as well? Like I said, this is not just about today. Of course, there's lots to go in the future as well. Lots to do in the future. Daniel Bryan now bringing CM Punk back up to his feet and now dropping the boots right across the chest. And a big roundhouse kick. And Seth Rollins looks to continue on the offense on CM Punk. Daniel Bryan's not too happy the fact that Seth Rollins just took that straight away from him. Seth now just took advantage of D-Bry, who wasn't paying attention. Catches him with his super kick on the side of the head. D-Bry back up, taking down Seth Rollins now. Nice backdrop. Daniel Bryan now dropping the boots right into the chest. And now D-Bry going after AJ Styles, locking in the label lock. But AJ able to break free. Nice leg drop there by CM Punk. It's not one you see him normally go for, is it really? AJ Styles now stalking CM Punk. Oh, but Seth Rollins catches him with a dropkick right in the face. CM Punk taking down Seth Rollins, now sending AJ off with a knee in the gut. And again, another knee right in the gut. Followed up by the Russian leg sweep. D-Bry's back up on his feet now. Re-enters the ring himself. Oh, wow. CM Punk was taking AJ up on the shoulders and D-Bry dropped an elbow on him. Nice takedown, running clothesline by CM Punk on AJ Styles as Daniel Bryan now locking the label lock, this time on Seth Rollins. And Seth able to break free straight away. Daniel Bryan now with a punch in the face of Seth Rollins while CM Punk and AJ fight on the outside. This match is going long. Still no eliminations here. Everyone's so desperate to make it through and fight for the SWE Championship. Nobody wants to be the one that's eliminated, especially not first, because that could have a big effect on you. I'm just trying to see debuts. I think Seth's already fought once before. Daniel Bryan's fought once before as well. I think AJ Styles has fought a couple of times. But this is CM Punk's debut as part of this universe mode. So I'm making sure I don't mess up the rankings later on. Just putting a note on my piece of paper because I realise that I may look a bit confusing. Seth now bringing D-Bry back up to a standing base. CM Punk with a boot in the gut. Now belly to belly slam. And now CM Punk taking D-Bry up. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the GTS there, but he didn't. He went for the gut buster instead. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Wow. CM Punk eliminates Daniel Bryan with a gut buster. That was not what I was expecting, but I suppose that's what you call the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's not necessarily the biggest move in the world, but it was the one move that was enough to finish him off as CM Punk now flattening AJ with a clothesline. We're down to our final 3 in this match. And now CM Punk... Has somebody set his finisher incorrect in this game? Wow. AJ Styles and Seth Rollins working together, dropping CM Punk across the knee. They both strike each other and catch each other like a double knockout thing from the boxing that time. Seth now dropping AJ neck first across that top rope in for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. It was close though. Very close. Much closer than he would be happy with. Oh, CM Punk just avoided the running knee strike and the referee took it in the face. The referee took the hard in the face, and there's the GTS by CM Punk on Seth Rollins, but Seth took the referee out. Not on purpose, we must say. Not on purpose at all, but that is an interesting one there, because Seth should have been eliminated there, I would imagine. He's still down now after that GTS. So Seth, I know it was accidental, but still, that is an interesting one, that. Seth now rolling AJ through. I think it was too close to the ropes that time. AJ managed to get a hold of the rope, and that was enough for the referee to stop it due to a rope break. Seth wasn't aware that CM Punk was back up and available, but Seth now catching Punk with a boot in the gut into the curb stomp. This could be a second elimination. Seth dragging CM Punk away from the ropes. There's the pin. AJ knows it's good for him to allow this to happen. And Seth gets the elimination on CM Punk. We're down to the final two in this match then. Seth Rollins, AJ Styles. Seth with one elimination so far. AJ with nothing. Oh, but AJ straight up into the Styles Clash, rolling Seth through. 1, 2, and 3, and AJ's got it. AJ Styles gets it. Wow. What an ending that was. It was pretty crazy there, wasn't it? CM Punk will be annoyed because he was eliminated by Seth Rollins, and he will argue that he should have eliminated Seth himself, but Seth, obviously that running knee strike caught the referee in the face, knocking him down, not allowing him to actually, of course, count the pin. And there we go. AJ Styles makes his way through to the next round of the Battle of Los Angeles. So 2 matches down, 2 still left to go. Let's see which 2 men will join them there. Starting off with a match that is very much a link-up of the Attitude / Ruthless Aggression era. It's going to be another very interesting one. A few guys have already seen in the past before, but we have, of course, got the American hero himself, Mr. Kurt Angle. We have got Chris Jericho. We're rocking the 3rd different Jericho we've seen so far in this universe. We have got the not Cerebral Assassin. We've got Chris Benoit, and we have got Benoit's best friend, Mr. Eddie Guerrero. So this should be a fun one, this. 4 absolutely incredible wrestlers. Only one of these guys can make it through to the next round. Who is that going to be? Let me just write these names down. Jericho, Benoit, and there's no way of mispronouncing Guerrero. Guerrero, I don't know why I need to mispronounce him anyway, to be honest, but we're done. We're fine. We continue on. Right, lots of points up for grabs here today then. Again, a point for each elimination plus a point for the win. So far, Samoa Joe walked out with 3 points for his win in the first match with 2 eliminations and the win. And AJ Styles walks out with 2 points from the previous match with 1 elimination and the win. It'll be interesting to see which one of these 4 guys will join up. I mean, no matter what happens, we're going to have some incredible matches second round. And the matches are not set in any certain order. So we can't say, for example, we're not saying Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles is going to happen next round. It could do, don't get me wrong, but we're not saying that's a definite. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, I suppose. Nice German suplex there by Benoit. Bridged it for the pin, but Jericho was able to kick out. And Benoit now slowly starting to work on these arms. That's going to be Benoit's plan, I think, the whole match is just to try and work on everyone's arms and shoulders. And then eventually, when he does get the opportunity, he can just lock in the 3 crippler crossfaces. And Canadian crippler, that was it, not the Cerebral Assassin. Cerebral Assassin is Triple H. And I knew that as soon as I said it. But the Canadian crippler was the words I was looking for. Eddie Guerrero now with Benoit. With Angle up. Angle manages to break free and takes him down. Here, drink, 1 second. Got a bit of a sore throat now. That's what you get from recording too much in one day, that's what it is. Angle, nice backbreaker. Benoit now again working on the shoulder and the arm. Like I said, it's always the way forward for him. Working the shoulder and the arms. Getting him ready to hit the crippler crossface. Jericho, nice vertical suplex on Angle. That was a low blow by Jericho there on Benoit. But of course, fatal four ways, no eliminations anyway. No disqualifications anyway. Same sort of word. And there's a lion salt by Jericho on Benoit. But Angle catches Jericho from behind. I think Angle's... I mean, if you look at the tactics for this match, of course, you want people to be eliminated because that increases your chances of winning. At the same time, you want to make the eliminations yourself to get the extra points. I think Angle just tapped to Jericho. Angle just tapped to Chris Jericho there. So Jericho gets himself a point. Kurt Angle is out of this. Wow, that's not good for Angle at all, that one. Guerrero now drops Jericho face first across the ring steps. We're down to our final three in this match. Jericho, Benoit, and Guerrero. The American hero himself is gone. These three guys, of course, worked extensively in the early days of their careers in Japan, New Japan Wrestling specifically. They worked all over the world. And there's a great chance here then for somebody to get even more points. I mean, of course, Jericho already has himself a nice point here tonight. Which means that if Jericho does get kicked out of this one, he's still going to leave this the same way he came in. Because he's got one ranking point. Of course, you lose one for being eliminated. Nice backbreaker. And this battle still commences on the outside, of course. Pinfalls and submissions only count inside the ring. Jericho and Benoit now. Nice boot right in the head between the two Canadians. Of course, Canada's such a great place for wrestling history. You know? I mean, it's a pretty bold statement to say, but would you suggest maybe that Canada has given us better wrestling talent than America has? If you think about it, you've got Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Bret Hart, Kenny Omega. It's just to name a few Canadian names. So I think it's arguable that could be the case, you know. I don't know, I might have just started a bit of an argument down there in the old comment section, but yeah, that's arguable for me. That Canada might have actually given us better wrestlers in the past than America has. Benoit now, nice powerbomb. And holds it down to the pin here on Guerrero. Rolls it straight through into the Boston Crab. He's got it very low. And Guerrero does fight free. This does give Jericho a chance to get back up on his feet. Nice boot in the back of the arm there by Jericho. Brings Benoit back up to his feet. And now Jericho taking Benoit up into the powerbomb as well. Wow. The second and the trifecta of power bombs. That was mad. And now again working on the arm though by Benoit. This man just does not stay down, does he? Just does not stay down. Jericho fighting back though with the big strikes in the face. And I think he might have busted Benoit open there, which is probably not going to affect Benoit too much. The man's a nutter anyway, isn't he? Nice single leg Boston Crab here now by Jericho on Benoit as well. Eddie now with the front chancery on Benoit into the neck breaker. Beautiful. And there's another low blow by Chris Jericho. He's rocking those low blows all the time here, isn't he? Rocking loads of these low blows. Jericho now rolls through into the walls of Jericho. Very close to the ropes, though. Referee breaks it up. Jericho just poor position there in the ring, I think. Very poor positioning. Benoit with the German. Benoit rolls through now into the pin for the 1, 2, and 3. And Benoit gets the elimination on Guerrero. We're down to the final 2 then. Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho. The battle of the Chris's. Benoit knows that he just needs to send Jericho back in the ring. And say Benoit's been doing well here then. So Benoit has been working on everyone's shoulders throughout this match. And now he's down to the final 2. Now it should be the opportunity to try and take his chance here. Benoit now taking Jericho up the top. He's going to go for the super duperplex. The worst move in wrestling history. I don't like that move at all, to be honest. It really annoys me that they use it. Because it wastes time, doesn't it? Because I think it's a special move, so I think you have to have a finisher to use it. It's an OMG moment, I think, but because it's to the outside, you can't take advantage. Jericho now in the boot in the gut of Benoit. And a low blow again. Jericho's loving that low blow, taking full advantage of the rules. The fact that there is no rules, essentially. And obviously no countouts as well. Jericho sending Benoit back into the ring. Big knee right in the face. Jericho now rolling Benoit over into the pin for the 1, 2, and oh, I thought that was enough. I thought that was going to be enough then. Nice drop kick to the back there by Jericho on Benoit. And Jericho now looking to roll Benoit through into the walls. Will Benoit tap? Benoit does tap, and Jericho gets the 2nd point and the victory, which means that Jericho will walk away here with 3 points from this match. Wow. There we go. There we go. Chris Jericho is the 3rd man through to the next round of the Battle of Los Angeles pay-per-view. Good lad. Well done. Jericho rolled him through there, as you can see, into the balls of Jericho earlier on the match, but too close to the ropes. That was the big knee in the top of the head, which I thought was going to be enough to win the match, to be honest. But evidently it wasn't. Jericho had to continue on a little bit further. It was pretty damn close to a 3 count. Look how close that was. But Jericho, of course, makes hay while the sun shines? I don't know. Jericho makes his way to the next round. That'll do. Great victory for him, and 3 ranking points along the way as well. You can't be mad at that, can you? Can't be mad at that at all. That's going to do him pretty well, because we've already seen him quite a few times this season, haven't we? So, where is Jericho in the rankings? I'm not sure, to be honest, but either way, into the main event tonight, we have got Mr. Brodie Lee. We have got Mr. Bray Wyatt. We have got Mr. Undertaker. And we have got Mr. Raven. It's an interesting match, this one. A match very much based around cult leaders. Of course, the Undertaker had the Ministry of Darkness. Mr. Brodie Lee has the Dark Order. Bray Wyatt had the Wyatt family. And of course, Raven back in both WCW. No, actually, just in WCW, had Raven's flock. So here we go then. Another big fatal four-way elimination match, of course. Taker, Bray, Brodie, Raven. I'm just writing down again so I can keep track of who gets the points. Of course, as the other matches tonight, 1 point for each elimination, plus an extra point for the win. So all in all, there are 4 points up for grabs in this match. If you get all 3 eliminations and win it, you get 4 points. So far, Jericho and Joe have managed to pick up 3 points each, and AJ Styles picked up 2 points. They've done pretty well so far. The match, of course, on the outside, as you would expect with these 4 guys, to be honest. 4 absolute madmen. Raven sending Bray off the ropes. Big knee right in the gut. Now Raven dropping into the pin for the 1. No, only the 1 count. Raven trying to eliminate Bray Wyatt. I would say that Raven would probably be the underdog from this one. I mean, Raven was... Yeah, it's probably a bit harsh on Raven. I think a lot of people only know Raven for his WWE sort of... hardcore championship run, but to be honest, in ECW he was a very big name, and I think in early days of Ring of Honor he was a pretty big name as well. And MLW, I believe he actually had a really good feud. I'm testing my memory here now, but I believe he had a really good feud alongside CM Punk in his early days in MLW. That's when MLW just sort of began, I think not long after the end of ECW. Yeah, CM Punk was working alongside, I think he was working MLW as well as a bit of Ring of Honor as well. Raven also worked Ring of Honor. I want to say Raven versus CM Punk cage match, early days of Ring of Honor. Just something that just pops into my mind. I might be wrong, but... yeah, I think Raven's probably underrated by a lot of people for what he could actually pull off. And he was very good at this sort of dark and twisted cult leader character, as all these men are actually. As the Undertaker now has Bray Wyatt up into the choke slam, and that could be the end of the night for the... well, no, it's not actually. Because Undertaker, instead of going for the pin, tried to grab the legs. Not quite sure what his plans were there, to be honest, but there you go. Raven now sending Mr. Brodie Lee into the corner. And Raven, nice running clothesline on Mr. Brodie Lee, running Bulldog as well. Bray now dumping the Undertaker to the outside. Raven going for the pin on Mr. Brodie Lee, only a 2 count. There we go. Still no eliminations in this one. As Raven powerbombs Mr. Brodie Lee. That's incredible strength. Incredible strength. Only gets a 1 count out of it though. Raven strike in the face and a big discus lariat. Nice strikes there by Raven right into the face. Raven now front chancery and rolling through the Undertaker. We've seen the Undertaker a few times so far. Of course, he was in the Elimination Chamber last week, as was Raven as well. Mr. Brodie Lee's been involved in quite a lot. I mean, I must admit, I didn't have Mr. Brodie Lee down to be as heavily involved as he has been so far, but I started this only a few days after we heard the news, and it hit me pretty hard, which is why I've used him quite a lot. Nice strikes in the face there by the Undertaker on Mr. Brodie Lee. Now takes up Bray Wyatt. He's already hit him with a chokeslam. Undertaker tombstone pile drivers Bray Wyatt as well. Oh, this stupid game, I tell you. The referee nudged Bray Wyatt's foot underneath the rope. Bray Wyatt lives to fight again. Bray Wyatt's been hit by a chokeslam and a tombstone right now, so I can't imagine Bray Wyatt's going to last too much longer. Nice spine buster by Mr. Brodie Lee on Raven. Undertaker now with the big strikes on Bray Wyatt as Mr. Brodie Lee with a big discus lariat on Raven. There's the pin. And Undertaker breaks it up. And Mr. Brodie Lee discus lariats the Undertaker as well. And it's too close to the ropes. I'm sure I switched off automatic rope breaks. You know. I'm sure I did. Let me double check. And rope break automatic on. Okay, switch that off. Okay. Automatic rope break has now been switched off. Wow, Raven just discus lariats Mr. Brodie Lee. That's mad. Raven just hit Mr. Brodie Lee's finisher on Mr. Brodie Lee. Now Raven stalking Brodie Lee. Looking for that Raven effect, but no. Undertaker once again chokeslams Bray Wyatt. How is Bray still alive at this point? Big powerbomb by Mr. Brodie Lee on Raven as well. This match is mad so far. Big lariat there by Raven, taking down Brodie Lee. Raven now looking for the boot, but Undertaker avoids it, back up on his feet, and a big headbutt, which is great by the Undertaker, said he's busted open. Raven slamming the arm of Undertaker into the mat. Nice takedown. And no eliminations in this one yet, which is crazy when you look at it. Undertaker dropped with a boot right in the gut by Mr. Brodie Lee. Nice Saito suplex by Bray Wyatt. It's going to be interesting. Mr. Brodie Lee and Bray Wyatt both going for big moves. There is the Sister Abigail by Mr. Bray Wyatt. And there's the elimination on Raven. Mr. Brodie Lee pinning the Undertaker after the big discus lariat. Will this be enough as well? No, it's not. You've got to think, though, if the ref had counted Mr. Brodie Lee's one first. Oh, my God. Bray Wyatt just got flown across the ring there. So we're still on 3. Mr. Brodie Lee, The Undertaker, Bray Wyatt. Big elbow right in the back. What an elbow, what am I on about? He dropped him back first on the apron, that's what I'm trying to say. And the 3 guys now battle on the outside. Undertaker now getting caught here and dropped spine first on the wooden floor. Mr. Brodie Lee going after the Undertaker, after Bray Wyatt. Bray now pushing the I can't talk anymore. I'm not doing very well here. Too much action. Mr. Brodie sending the Undertaker back into the ring. Nice takedown there by Bray Wyatt on Mr. Brodie on the outside. Nice boot in the gut there by Brodie. I don't know how Bray's still going, to be honest. He's been chokeslammed twice. He's been hit with a tombstone pile driver as well. Undertaker now with Mr. Brodie Lee, drags him along, sends him into the ring. Undertaker follows in as well. Big striker now, catching Mr. Brodie Lee by the throat. And Bray Wyatt saved him. We did see earlier on the match, you know. Undertaker looked like he was going after Bray Wyatt, and Mr. Brodie Lee saved Mr. Bray Wyatt. This time it looked like Bray Wyatt saved Mr. Brodie Lee. It's almost like these two guys, they're happy to fight each other, but they want to be the one that finishes the other one off. There's still hostility between these two. Only a 2 count there by Bray. Undertaker, nice running, diving, jumping, flipping lariat. Lots of things going on. Running knee right in the face there by the Undertaker on Bray Wyatt. And now Taker swings, but Bray catching with a slap. And now Bray spins and drops Undertaker gut first across his knee. And then into the Sister Abigail out of nowhere on Mr. Brodie Lee by Bray Wyatt. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. How is Bray still going after the amount of damage he's taken so far in this match? Again, another Sister Abigail. There's no way he's getting up from this, surely. There we go. Bray Wyatt eliminates Mr. Brodie Lee. Bray Wyatt with both eliminations so far. If Bray Wyatt wins this match, he's going to get so many points. He's already on +2. If he wins this match, he's going to get +4. But if he does win this match, it's going to be incredible because The Undertaker has dominated Bray Wyatt so much. The Undertaker has chokeslammed Bray twice. He's tombstone piledrived him as well. Nice takedown there by The Undertaker. Undertaker once again throttling Bray up into the 3rd chokeslam. Surely that's enough. There's the pin by The Undertaker, and there is not the win. What? Okay. Nice takedown. Undertaker now stalking Bray once again. I mean, how much more of this can Bray take? He's been chokeslammed 3 times. He's now been tombstoned twice. How much more of this can... Oh my god, he's too close to the ropes. Can't believe what I'm seeing here, to be honest. Big boot right in the face. Big elbow right in the chest as well. Undertaker now just pinching away at the shoulder of Bray Wyatt, who slowly gets back up to his feet. And Bray... How Bray is back up at his feet, I have no idea. Bray has taken so much damage, yet he's continuing on. Taker's busted open. He's been struggling as well. Taker kicks out on the 2. Nice sidewalk slam. Undertaker now big strikes in the back. Undertaker dumping Bray Wyatt over the top. I don't even know how this match is still going, to be honest. Like I said, Taker has just destroyed Bray. Bray's taken so much damage. Big leg drop again. That's a 7-foot-tall man dropping leg first across your neck. And he's throttled him again. In for a 4th choke slam of the night. How is Bray Wyatt surviving? Surely this has got to be game, set, match now. Undertaker in with a pin. 1, 2. What? Oh my god, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I can't believe what I'm seeing. How is he not dead? I mean, for the lack of a better term, how is he not dead? Oh, Bray. Bray's thinking about it. Oh my, whoa. There's no way Bray can't do this. After all that's happened in this match. After all the damage that Bray has taken. No, Taker fights free. Taker fights free. And Bray, I thought Bray was going to have it then. This is madness. Bray, drops him back first across the Undertaker. Bray again looking for the sister Abigail. But he hits it this time. No way. No freaking way has that just happened. Oh my word. Bray Wyatt won. Bray Wyatt got chokeslammed like 4 or 5 times, tombstone twice. And Bray Wyatt bloody won the match. How has he done that? Wow. Well, there we go. 16 men tonight, whittled down to 4. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Chris Jericho, and Bray Wyatt all move on to the quarterfinals of the Battle Los Angeles tournament. Tomorrow we have 4 more Fatal 4-Way eliminations. 4 more men will move forward. This is madness. What a win, though, for Bray Wyatt. Of course, if you've enjoyed this one tonight, please make sure you've liked and subscribed. Tomorrow we'll continue on. We've got one of these every day for the next few days before we finish off and crown our first SWE World Heavyweight Champion. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.